Okay, veterans, stop scrolling and lean in. The VA just expanded the PACT Act again. And if you've been dealing with respiratory issues, weird cancers, or symptoms that scream toxic exposure, this might be your golden ticket. But listen, this isn't just about what got added. This is about who gets missed. Because if you served and you're dealing with the fallout, the VA might owe you more than a thank you for your service coffee mug. They might owe you compensation, care, and back pay. Today, we're breaking down the new presumptives, the veterans most likely to get left behind, and the one filing trick that could turn your old denial into a monthly deposit. Before we dive deep, grab the vet rating guide from simplevetbenefits.com. It's the guide I wish I had when I was knee-deep in paperwork and rage. And if you want help with your claim strategy, book a one-on-one strategy call with me. We'll go full recon on your case. And no, I'm not replacing your VSO. Let's get tactical. The VA added several more cancers to the presumptive list. That means if you served in certain regions and developed one of these conditions, the VA assumes it's service connected. No red tape, no medical detective work. New additions include male breast cancer, urethral cancer, gastric cancer, which has to do with the stomach, pancreatic cancer, glioblastoma, which is an aggressive brain cancer. This isn't small print stuff. Glioblastoma alone, fatal in many cases, and now it's presumed service connected. That changes lives. So who qualifies? If you served in the following locations, you're probably on the covered list: Iraq, Afghanistan, Djibouti, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, certain naval deployments in the Gulf of Southeast Asia. This includes anyone near burn pits, waste facilities, or chemical depots. And yes, this counts whether you were infantry, fuel systems, or flipping burgers in country. If you breathed it in, the PACT Act has your six. Normally, filing a VA claim feels like being asked to solve a murder with no weapon, no motive, and no camera footage. But not here. With presumptives, the burden of proof is off your shoulders. You just need a diagnosis and records showing you served in an eligible location. The VA now assumes the link. That means less fight, fewer appeals, and potentially more back pay, but only if you file. Have you already been denied a condition that's now presumptive? File a secondary claim under the PACT Act. It could get fast-tracked. Now here's where we go from good to game-changing. If you've got a PACT Act presumptive condition, you can file secondary claims tied to it. Some examples would include asthma as a presumptive, which leads to sleep apnea, the secondary. Chronic sinusitis leads to fatigue, migraines, depression, GERD from meds for your bronchitis. File it. These secondaries stack, and when you stack ratings strategically, you go from 30% to 70%, or 70% to 100. That's real money. And that's access to priority group 1 healthcare. That's dental, housing grants, caregiver support. Here's a real world example. Meet Hector, Army vet, got 30% for burn pit bronchitis. He added sleep apnea, insomnia, and PTSD aggravated by chronic symptoms. His new rating was 90% with a pending 100%. And his monthly check was $2,100 more. So here's a bonus. His dependent benefits kicked in. That alone were $250+ more per kid. Were you denied back in 2015? Guess what? Your case might be completely different now. The PACT Act changed the framework. And no, you don't need to start from scratch. File a supplemental claim using VA Form 20-0995. Attach your previous denial and highlight the newly presumptive status. Check this quick stat out. Veterans who refile under the PACT Act framework are seeing claims approved within 3 to 6 months, compared to 12 to 18 months under legacy claims. So here's your tactical checklist for maximizing your benefits under the new rules. Get a current diagnosis. You can't claim it if you don't have it on paper. Print your DD-214 and deployment orders and attach it to your claim. Write a lay statement. Explain how the condition impacts your life. And secondary conditions, don't leave them out. Use buddy letters, especially for visible conditions. Track all medications. Side effects count. Document mental health effects, anxiety, depression, cognitive decline. And here's a bonus. Keep it all in your chest pack. Lightweight, organized, and made for veterans. Keep your brain and your claim together. All right, so I want you to sound off in the comments right now. Have you filed under the PACT Act? What condition are you dealing with? Did you get denied in the past? Because your story might unlock the next vet's breakthrough. And we read every comment. We reply and we strategize. This is a community, not a YouTube comment wasteland. So look, the PACT Act isn't just a law. It's your opportunity to get what your service earned. But no one's going to file for you. No one's going to connect the dots for you. That's your move. So here it is. Get the vet rating guide at simplevetbenefits.com. Book a one-on-one strategy call so we can map out your next best claim. And grab the chest pack if you're tired of juggling paperwork like it's 2006. By the way, if you're thinking, great, the VA is processing millions of claims, so what about mine? Stick around for the next video. We're breaking that down step by step.